Today we remember and honor a great woman who's a true model of hospitality and faithful discipleship. As you may have guessed, I'm referring to Saint Martha. She is the sister, as I said earlier, the sister of Lazarus and Mary of Bethany. Not to be confused with Mary, the mother of Jesus, because there are quite a few Marys in Scripture. Martha and her two siblings were actually very good, intimate friends of Jesus. So, he hung around with them quite often. So it shouldn't come as a surprise if you recognize a level of openness and frankness in the dialogue between Jesus and Martha. In the Gospel of John that you just heard, Martha, who is grieving the death of her brother Lazarus with a house full of mourners, hears that Jesus has just come to the neighborhood. So she quickly leaves the house and runs over to meet Jesus. And she doesn't even wait for him to arrive at the house. In her anguish, Martha gets a little sassy when she almost seems to chastise Jesus for not arriving sooner. She says to him, "If you had been here, my brother would not have died." But as they continue to talk, Martha realizes that not only could Jesus have healed her brother Lazarus, but that Jesus is trying to convey something to her that seems to be even greater. Something just goes beyond anything. He's actually inviting her to a whole other level of understanding. It isn't just about rising from the dead on the last day, but that Jesus himself is the resurrection. He asks Martha if she believes that he is the resurrection and the life. And Martha responds by professing her belief in Jesus, the Son of God, the Christ. What an amazing moment of revelation and a leap of faith between two friends. In our times and in moments of grief and anguish, when a loved one is sick, for example, with cancer or is about to undergo some major surgery, when we're struggling to make ends meet because of unemployment or underemployment, or when our relationships with friends and families are threatened or are in distress, there is a real sense of wondering where God is. Is God even with us? And how could he let these horrible situations exist in our lives? The answer is he is with us. He only allows pain, affliction, and even death to occur in order that we can draw into a closer relationship with him. And what better time to dialogue with God in the most raw and most honest manner than when we struggle to find his presence in our midst of our pain and suffering in this crazy, broken world. Just as Martha was direct in her dialogue with Jesus, we too must take courage and confidence to get help from our neighbors. We are in this together. Every act of kindness to others is an act of kindness to Christ. St. Augustine once said, "What does love look like? It has the hands to help others. It has the feet to hasten to the poor and the needy. It has the eyes to see misery and want. And it has the ears to hear the sighs and sorrows of men." That is what love looks like. And it is only then that the true healing love of God can be experienced in our midst.